Hello and welcome to Heroes of History, and let's get into it with another round of Let's Test Heroes. Now I'm on a secondary account where I have been more logged in than on my primary account, and I have gotten Nostradamus, and I know some of you would love to know him a bit better before he turns up in your season pass in a few days. So let's look into him. Now it won't follow the same straight line that I've done with the previous ones because I'm not as far here as I am on my main account, but I've tried to set up well, okay-ish setup where we can see how good he is or lack of the same. Now let's see here at level 40, does he has any special stats here? Attack, defense, not super high, but well, an okay high number of hit points. But apart from that, not really extraordinary. I think this changed a bit. There's a lot more information here, but basically what I'm looking for is the base damage here and attack speed. Mind that he has some items here. He has some equipment, which is why he has more attack speed than normal and also more base damage than normal. His attack speed is fast range is 6, so he's a ranged unit. The regular chance will come to evasion, normal crit chance, crit damage, crit chance is a bit higher. Also because of my equipment here. As you can see, there's some equipment here, but I can't get anything but green equipment, so it's not super effective, but it does help. As you can see here, it gets an put us 149 power and a little extra attack and defense and some base damage, attack speed 2 and crit chance. So which is the basically places where he excels a bit better than he should be. His ability is prophetic reversal, and it has an initial chance of almost 11 seconds. It's quite long, and regular chance is almost 14 seconds, also really long. It gives an ability block and counter. Nostradamus predicts the enemy's ability uses. Next time an enemy uses an ability, they take 920% damage, or plus 40% if I level it up. It's presently level 14 on the way to 15, and the ability blocked for 6 seconds, which is a rather long time period, but not that much longer than that ability blocker, that American hero. I can't remember his name, but that's it. Now let's look here, and awaken level. Well, I have him at awaken level 0, and very weird, his attack at level 1 is 25%. That's unusual. Ability charge initial minus 2.8 seconds, which should be really useful. 15% hit points, defense 7.5%. That's usually up here. I'm not sure if that's a bug. I can report it after I've done this video, but I think this should be reversed, those two, at least the numbers here. And plus 20% attack. Let's see, 20, 25. That's 45. That's more than 50%. That's not usual for a 5-star. They get more than 50% of, well, anything. So I'm quite certain this is wrong. So as you can see here, we can take here Napoleon at 7.5% defense. That's normal for level 1. There's some evasion extra here. That's not really interesting. The interesting here is the defense here adds 15%, which is also the same here. And here it's normally 15% again. But in this case, we've dumped down to 7.5%, which should normally be up here, and 25% in the end. So 7.5, 15, 15, and 25 would be normal. 7.5, no. 15, yes, not 15, and that should be 25. That's 20, which should maybe have been 15. So it seems like something should creep me out. Now, apart from that, let's just look into how good is he. I don't think I had any relics on him. No, I don't. So that's not in his favor either. So I have set up a team here that I could use on the campaign map. And well, I'm not going in here. I just reached here and finished level 17 recently. The most important ones will be this one, where you can see that is actually a bit slow. So let's see here. As you can see, I set up a team here with the possible heroes have, they're all level 40. And I got some monster wives here that stuns people, which is a thing to support with. I got Artemisia over here doing area damage to take out all the units around here while keeping everyone else alive. And I got Wilhelm because, well, that's probably the best one I had to do the strike damage for this test. As you can see, he didn't even use his power. Now, when his ability is finally fully charged, it will not unload unless there's a hero actually reaches the end of their ability charge, and then he counters. So given that he has a 10.9 ability charge, that's a bit of a joke, because he can't use his ability unless someone is about to use theirs. So, well, let's see what that gives us of numbers in his help in this battle. Let's see. Well, Puny, the worst damage giving. He took quite a lot of damage, but that's because I put him in the front line. Now, as you can see, this was not the best advocate for his for you to actually get him. So let's take another test where we can maybe show a bit more, because I also did this one and I only did it a few minutes before starting recording this video, and I know here he will actually make it long enough for him to use his ability. But let's pay attention to his ability gain here and when he actually uses it, because 11 seconds will be down at 149 up here when he finally reaches the bar here, and after that we will see him waiting here for one of those to get that bar fully charged, which will take a few seconds extra, and you can see there he drops it 3 seconds later. So actually in this battle he uses 14 seconds to even use his power. And as you can see, his ability blocks him, but it also keeps his ability fully charged, only delaying it by 6 seconds compared to it took him, wasn't it 3 seconds extra to actually use his own, and for that he delays the opponent with 6 seconds. It's not really a lot, because he also on top of it unload his ability at the same time. So, well, let's look at the numbers here. You can see he gave a bit more damage, but nowhere near any of the damages. He only went above our healer, and that's even though that one of these guys actually died. That was actually Wilhelm Tell, and he got the most valuable player on the team. So let's sum it up. Now, as I'm not further right now, I will sum it up already right now, because this is one of the test results that I have the easiest time comparing with, though it's with Louis Pasteur as the healer, and I don't have him on this account, but he wasn't too far from Sugar the Great, if I remember correct. And well, you can see he fought Battle 16 and 17 too, and it was Attila the Hun that was replaced with Nostradamus, and well, otherwise it's Wilhelm Tell, Artemisia and Ludwig van Beethoven, which also was there. As you can see here, Nostradamus, well, in round 17 he actually damaged almost as much as Attila the Hun did. You can see, well, Artemisia taking the extra damage and giving it, and Wilhelm Tell, as well as no one else, takes his shine, well, like Attila did here in the Battle 16. He excels a lot more, and Ludwig van Beethoven, well, he also gives more damage, well, a little less over here, but he died. And well, that's a bit hard to compare. So I guess this one ended a lot faster, maybe because Attila the Hun was actually a quite fast ability user. As you can see here in the defensive scene here, they lose generally less hit points, less here, and less here, and even here is less, and Louis Pasteur wasn't even hurt here. So general, well, he's not really good of a helper here, and well, of course, as Leon self-healed, and Louis Pasteur didn't give that much healing, so the battle ended faster, the ability used was faster, so Nostradamus is actually dragging out the battle without actually performing well when he uses his ability, and the delay in his ability usage, well, it's as much a hindrance to you as his ability block is to the enemy when he finally hits them, unless you of course have it timed so it lands just a split second before the ability uses, but unless you time it that way with your equipment, you can really find his shortcomings, and that's to say the least. I don't really like him that much. He seems to be strong, but he really isn't that strong, so I cannot really recommend you getting him. But I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll say thank you for watching this video and see you next time.